Quicksand? How does quicksand work? Do swamps really swallow people as seen in movies like Indiana Jones, Lawrence of Arabia, or Star Wars? In reality, science tells us something different from the collective imagination. Welcome to your daily dose of enlightenment. You've landed on Knowledge Planet, where curiosity thrives and the enigmatic is revealed daily. We delve into a variety of topics to amaze you. Let's back to our topic. What is quicksand? It's a mixture of sand, clay, and water. It can usually be found near natural water sources, along riverbanks, in marshes, or on beaches during low tide. The strange thing about quicksand is that it appears to be normal, solid ground. But as soon as you step on it, you begin to sink. How is this possible? Normally, sand consists of many grains, leaving void spaces between them. This porosity can range from 30% to 70%, depending on the shape and arrangement of the grains. Despite these high void values, under normal conditions without water, the friction between the grains allows the structure to resist loads. That's why we can walk on the beach during vacation without sinking too much. The phenomenon of quicksand occurs when the sand is saturated with water, reducing friction between the grains significantly. This saturation causes the sand to lose its ability to support weight. As a result, when a person steps into quicksand, they start sinking, and the ground loses stability, behaving like a fluid, causing the victim to sink further down. To understand quicksand behavior fully, we must add one more detail. The mixture of water and sand forming quicksand is called a non-Newtonian fluid in physics. Simply, it's a fluid that can change its properties. When we walk on quicksand, we exert pressure on the ground, causing the sand's properties to change suddenly, behaving like a liquid. This phenomenon is also known as liquefaction of sand, pulling people down. The more one struggles, the deeper they sink as the pressure on the sand increases, intensifying liquefaction and pulling the victim further down. The most interesting thing is that the more one struggles, the deeper they sink, increasing the pressure on the sand, which in turn increases liquefaction, causing us to sink deeper into the mud, like quicksand consuming the victim. The best thing to do when caught in quicksand is not to panic. It's easy to talk about. I'd like to see you remain calm. At this point, the question arises, are quicksand really that dangerous? Quicksand is dangerous, but perhaps not as dangerous as portrayed in movies. However, they pose risks. One of the main risks is drowning. If quicksand were on a beach during high tide, the problem would be exacerbated. In remote, hard-to-reach areas with quicksand, there's also the risk of not being able to escape and dying of thirst. Unfortunately, this is what can happen to unlucky animals that fall into them. But is it really so difficult to escape from quicksand? Once our legs sink into quicksand, the sand's behavior changes again, ceasing to behave like a liquid and returning to a solid state. At this point, we are effectively buried waist down in sand, making it extremely difficult to free ourselves. Physicist Daniel Vaughan estimated that it takes about 10,000 newtons to pull 1 foot out of quicksand, roughly the same force required to lift a medium-sized car. However, all hope is not lost. Fortunately, escaping from quicksand is possible. The important thing is not to rely on brute force, but on ingenuity. The simplest thing to do is to lie on your back and spread your arms. This increases the surface area of our body, reducing the pressure on the sand and facilitating flotation, allowing our legs to slowly free themselves from the grip of the ground. Alternatively, if possible, you can add water to the quicksand. If enough water is added, the soil stops behaving like a fluid and becomes more liquid, making it easier for the victim to escape. This is how rescuers often extract people trapped in quicksand. Quicksands in the desert, not true. These are a separate category of quicksand known as dry quicksands. They typically occur in deserts, such as in the lee sides of dunes, where large quantities of fine, uncompacted sand with a lot of air inside accumulate. Accidentally stepping on them can lead to sudden sinking due to the weight of the person compacting the sand instantly. In this case, promptness in rescues is critical. Delays in assistance could result in total sinking and therefore failure to escape unscathed. Dry quicksands can also occur in other contexts, such as inside grain silos on farms. It may sound strange, but it's true. For example, in 2002, the BBC reported a man who was narrowly saved while slowly sinking inside a silo. With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video until the end. We'll see you in the next video right here on Knowledge Planet, the power of knowledge. Don't forget to watch the previous episodes and stay tuned for the upcoming ones. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Consider us more than just a channel. We're a growing community, a family of knowledge seekers. We're on a mission inviting you to join our growing family. We need you. Subscribe, become part of our community, share your thoughts, interact with us. A like or even dislike all count. Stay tuned, stay curious, and together we'll continue to explore the vast expanse of Knowledge Planet. Goodbye.